Alright, and welcome everybody, welcome back to Blaugrana Planet, welcome back to a new video, and today we are gonna be reviewing the game between Plzn, Viktoria Plzn and Football Club Barcelona, a game that ended 2-4 in a victory of Football Club Barcelona, a victory, bittersweet victory, because unfortunately those 3 points that we're bagging tonight only account for us to pocket 2.8 million euros as a victory in the group stages of the Champions League, but not for more, because we are heading into the Europa League. Inter de Milan and Bayern Munich are going to be heading into the round of 16 of the Champions League, and it's not going to be easy for us in the Europa League because a lot of very big teams have qualified for the Europa League. And I have big news, because Atletico Madrid, apparently, who was heading also to the Europa League, they are not heading into the Europa League anymore. They are out of all the European competitions. So that's interesting news, guys, interesting news. But today let's focus on Football Club Barcelona, because Barcelona played a game against Viktoria Plzn with a lot of non-familiar faces. For example, we saw Pablo Torre debuting. We also saw Iñaki Peña debuting as a starter, guys. Also Pablo Torre debuting as a starter. He did already get some minutes, but I meant as a starter. We saw a very strange lineup. In fact, let me show you the lineup, because it was pretty interesting. I think in the match review I kind of almost aced it, but we saw Iñaki Peña there in the goal. Alba, Marcos Alonso, Piqué, Bellerín. The defense, I said Balde instead of Alba, but when I saw the lineup, I said to myself, man, how stupid I am. Of course he's going to play Alba, because Alba is now the substitute of Balde. So it makes sense. And of course, we didn't have center backs. So you have to play Marcos Alonso as a center back, because Eric Garcia and Koundé had overloads on the muscles and had to stay. And of course, Christiansen and Araujo are injured, so we had no center backs. We had to play Marcos Alonso, which in fact, in the game, we had a terrible defense from all of our players in the defense. From Alba, Marcos Alonso, Piqué to Bellerín, complete destroyed defense. We had non-existent defense, and in fact, there were some minutes of the game in which Viktoria Plzn dominated. And let me show you one little thing, guys, because if we look at the stats of the game, Viktoria Plzn had 22 shots in the game with only 23% possession. Okay, 22 shots in the game. Shots on target, 8 shots in the game. We weren't able to block. We were able to block them, some of them, but we weren't able to deactivate their shooting and their attacks. Okay, our defense was non-existent tonight. Kessie starting as a holding midfielder, the first time Kessie starts as a holding midfielder for Football Club Barcelona. Kessie got injured in the middle of the game. Kessie didn't do anything in the game. Kessie didn't do anything. I still hold my opinion that Kessie doesn't fit in Barcelona, that Kessie will end up leaving sooner or later. Kessie doesn't have space in Barcelona, and I hope that I am wrong. Pablo Torre there starting. Pablo Torre played a great game. There was obviously some inconsistencies. He did lose a couple dangerous possessions, but luckily we didn't pay for this loss of possessions. But Pablo Torre played a good game overall. You can still see that he's still maturing, that he's a little, he needs more minutes in professional football, but is definitely a great talent. Nothing compared to Gavi. Gavi is just overnatural, man. This guy is another breed of a player. Gavi is insane. Gavi is just another level. Okay, he's the best young player in the world, and that's for sure. They gave him the Copa trophy. On top, Ferran Torres and Ansu Fati. Rafinha, I think we saw a great game from Ferran Torres. Overall, great game, gaining confidence again. This is what I wanted to see from Ferran Torres. He did shoot a couple balls to the stars, but it doesn't matter. Ferran Torres did play a good game overall. He had Well, he did score 2 goals, sorry, and he did have some really nice dribbles here and there. Rafinha starting to wake up, really. 2 games, 2 very nice passes, putting the balls where we need them. Maybe not creating so much danger, disequilibrium, but if that's what he can do best, that's crossing the ball and putting the ball where we need it, then perfect. This is what Rafinha likes to do, then absolutely, I'm into it. I think Rafinha played a good game, and I'm glad that Rafinha is waking up. In terms of Ansu Fati, not much. We didn't see too much for Ansu Fati. It was a good chance for him to gain minutes. He did play the whole 90 minutes, and well, sadly, we didn't see too much for Ansu Fati. We did see changes. We did see Alba coming off, Balde coming on. Balde is kind of solid, guys. Balde is, I like him. He's very solid. Pablo Torre scored the goal, but he was so done. He was so finished. He ended with his legs like all cramped because he gave it all. It was a very physical game, and he was actually subbed off. He was subbed off for Álvaro Sanz, which is a midfielder from the B team. We also saw Kessie getting injured, unfortunately, and Marc Casado came on. Marc Casado and Álvaro Sanz are from the B team. Marc Casado is great. I liked the few minutes that he played. I thought that he played all right. And then we saw Dembele coming on for Rafinha in the last minutes, literally in the last minutes. So this was the end, the finished 11, the 11 that finished. Again, I need to insist, Marcos Alonso is not a center back. In fact, he's always been a left back, but not even a real defender. He's always been some sort of a left back running up and down, right, in Chelsea. We're playing him as a center back. Just, it's not gonna work. Piqué, it's just, I swear you can play with nobody and you wouldn't even realize, you know, like Piqué is nowhere to be seen. No, and Bellerin, man, his level this season, his level last season in Betis was all right. His level this season, nowhere to be seen. In terms of, I see a comment by Carlos Moran, how did Pablo Torre play? He did play well, but again, in regards of Pablo Torre, he's a young guy, he needs to adapt, he needs minutes, more minutes. Not playing half an hour in half a season and now, okay, play the whole game because we didn't win or lose any in this game, only money related. But yeah, I think that Pablo Torre is a great talent, but he needs minutes. So overall, guys, I think that this game was a transition game. Now we're heading into the Europa League. Careful with the Europa League, guys. Careful with the Europa League because big teams have qualified for the Europa League. And let me show you the teams that have qualified. In fact, these are the already finished groups of the Champions League. So we have, in the Group A, we have Ajax going into the Europa League. Bayer Leverkusen from the Group B, by the way, Atletico Madrid ending last in their group with Porto, Brugge, Leverkusen. Imagine this was us, guys. Imagine we're thinking we're in a bad position. Imagine Atletico Madrid with this group that they had, they ended up not playing any European football during the rest of the season. Instead of us, unluckily, finished third. Ahead, we had Bayern Munich and Inter de Milan. Okay, so we have Leverkusen, Ajax, of course, Barcelona, Sporting de Lisboa. Finally, they had in this group. It was kind of crazy because any team could qualify for anything in this group. It was kind of crazy, but it ended up Tottenham and Frankfurt. We're not going to see Frankfurt in the Europa League this season. Thank God, thank God, because I don't want to see them near. We had Sporting. We also have Salzburg, Shakhtar Donetsk. By the way, actually I'm wrong. This from the Group F downwards. And yeah, Group F downwards, and I think Group B as well, Group E, they still have to play their games. No, they did play. Yeah, they did play today, and no, tomorrow they're going to be playing. So we might see some changes here. But right now, Salzburg is going, Shakhtar Donetsk is going. By the way, Madrid is playing against Celtic tomorrow. If Celtic beats them or they draw the game and Leipzig wins their game, then Real Madrid would go as second of the group in a very easy group they got. Very easy group. Sevilla, it seems like they're going to go into the Europa League. And we have Juventus, careful here, plus all the Europa League teams. Barcelona will be playing against a team that finishes second in the group. Okay, so right now, of course, there are still games to be played in the Europa League. You have PSV, you have Rennes, you have Ludogorets, you have Union Berlin, which they're playing a very good season so far in the Bundesliga and in the Europa League. Manchester United, careful. Sturm Graz, Karabakh, you have Monaco. So careful, guys, careful. There's some big teams there in the Europa League. It's not gonna be easy. It's not gonna be easy. We thought last season, we're gonna win the Europa League. It's gonna be done, etc., etc. We saw what happened. I think this year we have a much better team, but again, these teams are gonna fight it. It's gonna be a big challenge for them, and it's gonna be possibly the biggest game of the season to play against Football Club Barcelona for some of these teams, and we must give it all. Okay, what now? We have other competitions. We are just 1 point behind in La Liga. Of course, we can compete easily in the Europa League, and there's going to be some tough challenges there, but I think that we are clear candidates to win the cup. Of course, there are other teams who are candidates as well. There's the Super Cup of Spain. There is, of course, the Copa del Rey. I think the titles are going to arrive, maybe 1 or 2 titles this season. I really hope so. And now we have to keep on going, guys. I really believe in this team, and I hope that you guys do so as well. Please smash the like buttons. It's important, guys. Keep supporting the channel. It's the easiest thing that you guys can do to support the channel is smash the like button. Of course, real coolers never give up. Today was a transition game, but I'm not as happy as I would have been if if we had won this game easily, like 6-0 or 5-0. This 2-4 doesn't give me good sensations, and it also shows that our second unit, or second team, if we can call it like that, isn't that good. Okay, if you look at the second team of Bayern Munich, man, these are beasts, man, and we need to get to that level. And of course, important to know that the wage bill of Bayern Munich is way under our wage bill, and their second unit is much better than ours. Still, we pay more to our players. This needs to change, because this is Barça, guys. This is Barça. They should come here to wear the shirt. They shouldn't come here to earn money. This is exactly what Bartomeu didn't get. This is exactly what Bartomeu didn't get, and we ended up in ruins, losing Messi, bankrupt, going into the Europa Leagues, all because Bartomeu didn't understand that players should come here because of this badge. Sorry, my mic dropped. Just because they didn't understand that. Instead, paying money, we're paying hundreds of thousands of millions to any team, and we're getting ripped off. We're getting ripped off. And this is our reality now. This is our reality. We have to go into the Europa League again. It pisses me off. The shadow of Bartomeu doesn't let me sleep, man. It's bothering me, man. It's really bothering me. And we're going to Europa League again. And of course, we were unlucky. We had the injuries, we had a crazy schedule, we had the group of death, the hardest group in the last 20 years in the Champions League. Yes, we did. But I think that we could compete. Of course, the referees as well, huh? It's a crazy cocktail. What's going on? What's going on in this world nowadays? How is this happening to Barcelona? Okay, I understand the Bartomeu thing. Okay. But how are we so unlucky this season? How are we so unlucky this season? First the schedule, then the referees, then the group of death, then the injuries, man. Damn. We can't keep up like this, man. Very hard. Smash the like button, guys. Please, smash the like button. It's the last thing that you can do, man. Frustration, man. Reality kicks in. Now I'm gonna go to the stadium and I'm gonna start hearing this this crappy Europa League song, man. Crappy Europa League song. Change the song. It's a horrible song. Change that crap. I don't wanna hear it. Just don't wanna hear it. What else can we say, man? What else can we say? It's bad luck, says Abbas. Yeah, man, I know. Then you have all the Madrid guys, they're always lucky. How are they always lucky, these guys? They get the easiest groups. Always they get the easiest groups. Then they get all the referee calls on their favor. And us? No, completely the opposite. Always the hardest groups and always all the referees calls against us. None in our favor. We even get robbed in some games, man. Robbed in some games. Jesus, man. I'm gonna finish it off, guys. I'm going to sleep, man. Thank you so much for joining, guys. It's a pleasure. 140 people on the stream, guys. Smash the likes, subscribe to the channel. I'm sorry for my little rant, but it's in my head, man. It's in my head. Thank you, guys. And as I always say, Visca el Barça, Visca Catalunya, and see you in the next video. Vamos.